Hi, Sekhaya Lempilo again. Today I'm talking about again another mental blockage about acceptance. This guy who was so depressed that his sister she's mentally disturbed, and he has three kids that he can't take the kids to his sister because his sister is mentally disturbed, and the kids, he feels embarrassed that the kids will be embarrassed about his sister, and she's the only sister. They're together, there's no other person. And I asked him that how long did the sister get sick. She said almost 30 years, and in the past 30 years this guy is being miserable because his sister is mentally disturbed. And I asked him that if your sister is mentally disturbed for 30 years, does it mean for the past 30 years you've been depressed yourself? She said yes. I was like, how do you do so much injustice in your life and make your life miserable about your sister who is mentally disturbed from childbirth, and you can never change that? Your sister is mentally disturbed periodly because we have different families, we have different gifts. God gave you a sister that is mentally challenged. Accept it. Some people have families who are a drunkard. Some people have a family who is crippled, and you cannot be depressed because God created us in different images. And if your sister is sick, she is sick. She'll never change. Imagine for 30 years being depressed for something that you can never change. You must take your children to see your sister and explain to your children that your sister is mentally disturbed. They know her, she's mentally disturbed, and there's nothing wrong about that because she's born like that. And if you are going to get miserable because your sister is mentally disturbed, is she going to change? Is she going to be okay because we are depressed? Will she change? No. She is born to be mentally disturbed. And you were born to be normal. That's all you should just know. And unfortunately, who should be mentally disturbed? Whose sister must be mentally disturbed? They chose you to have a sister who's mentally disturbed. And that's how it is. We have normal people, we've got abnormal people, we've got fat people, we've got small people, we've got big people. We have different kind of people. And you need to accept that. Imagine wasting your time all your life worried for 30 years that I have a sister who's mentally challenged. You need to move on. You need to accept it. That's your gift. Now, a lot of people make mistakes of trying to change things they can never change. And you need to go on and accept every challenges that you are facing because that's life. And that's why people create their own misery and people create their own depression by not understanding that the mind needs to be prepared, mind needs to be cleaned, mind needs to be detoxed, mind needs to be clean to understand that anything that comes in your mind should be black and white, not green and yellow. Because if your mind is not prepared for all these kind of challenges in life, we are going to get stuck. We are going to get miserable. We are going to get bipolar. We are going to get schizophrenia. We are going to get all these diseases that you really don't need because you don't want to clean and no, not to want, I'm sorry to say, because you don't know how to do that. But it's easy that you need to use the 9 cycle of life technique, which helps you to adjust and accept situations the way they are. And now, if, like I said to this chap, your sister is mad, now take your children to see your sister and they can accept her the way she is. And they know that we have a crazy aunt, and that's all. And because they are crazy aunt, they are normal crazy aunt, they are normal crazy aunts because they come in different madness. Because end of the day, we are all mad. Who's normal? We are all mad, and you just have to accept each other with our madness. Thank you so much.